Hello, dear students. Thank you all for your warm response to my previous two videos. And I am here again with you with Business Studies with Anubha and lesson number 3 on chapter Directing, topic Motivation. This is just a token of gratitude to you all, dear viewers and learners. Thank you once again. So let us begin with the topic. Today's topic is motivation, and the subtopic is motivators or incentives. Okay, so there are basically two types of incentives: monetary or financial incentives and non-monetary or non-financial incentives. Monetary, as the name itself suggests, that it can be measured, the incentives can be measured in terms of money, and non-monetary cannot be measured in terms of money. So, in Maslow's need hierarchy theory, we have seen that the human beings have 5 levels of needs. The basic and physiological needs can be fulfilled with monetary or financial incentives, whereas the social needs, self esteem needs, self actualization needs, they can be fulfilled by the non financial, non monetary incentives. So let us begin with the monetary incentives. The first monetary incentive is pay and allowances. For all the physical and mental effort of the employees, they are paid some basic salary. There is a basic pay structure in every organization. Apart from that, they are also given the dearness allowance, जो कि हम महंगाई भत्ता बोलते हैं, वो conveyance allowance, rent, etc. And every company will have its policy of increments as per the performance of the employees. So pay and allowances are the basic payment for the employees' efforts. Then next is the uh, profit sharing. Okay, profit sharing means when the company has above certain percentage of profit, that is some extra or surplus profit is there, that profit is shared with the employees as an incentive to them. So this develops the sense of belongingness, or the belongingness needs are fulfilled for the employees because they feel that they are part of the company when the profit is shared with them. जैसे कि आप फैमिली में देखते हो, अगर हम आपस में शेयरिंग करते हैं तो एक अच्छी बॉन्डिंग डेवलप होती है. तो ये फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव के साथ साथ इसके पीछे कहीं ना कहीं नॉन फाइनेंशियल एस्पेक्ट भी जुड़ा हुआ है कि एम्प्लॉय की वो नीड पूरी हो रही है कि वो उसको अपने कंपनी के साथ एक जुड़ाव महसूस होता है कि उसके साथ प्रॉफिट शेयर किया गया. Then third is productivity linked wage incentive. Now productivity linked wage incentive, as the name suggests, that the wage incentive is linked with productivity. That means higher productivity, more incentive. So generally the wage rate plan can be of two types: time rate and piece rate. That means depending on the time to produce the output, or depending on the number of output produced, the wage rate can be decided. Let us take the example of piece rate system as per the differential wage system of Taylor's scientific management technique. One of the scientific technique given by Taylor. Uh, you might have studied scientific principles of F.W. Taylor. He gave some of the scientific management techniques also. One of them was differential piece wage system. So in that case, what happened? That suppose the standard output decided in a company is for workers, is suppose standard output has been decided to be standard output has been decided to be 12 units. Okay, 12 in units in 8 hours. Now the rate has been decided that if this standard unit is produced, the worker is paid 2 rupees per unit. Okay, now suppose worker A produced 12 unit, so he will be given wages 12 into 2, that is 24. Okay, suppose worker B, he produces 10 units and the wage rate for 10 units means below this standard unit is rupees 1 for below, and for above it is rupees 3, suppose. Okay, now for 10 units the payment done will be 10 into rupees 1, that is rate has been changed. The wage rate has been changed according to the number of output or units produced. So this rupees 10, his payment is, wage payment is 10. For worker C, suppose he produced 14 units. So this 14 into, now the wage rate was 3. So here 14 into 3 rupees 42. You can see how different is the payment, wage payment to the worker according to the productivity. Okay, so this gives incentive to worker to become more efficient, to produce more. Okay, then fourth is bonus. Now bonus जो है, आप लोगों ने ये नाम पहले भी सुना होगा, कई बार आपने अपनी फैमिली में देखा होगा कि आपके पापा को, मम्मी को ईयरली बोनस मिलता है, जिसके जो जनरली ओकेजन जैसे फेस्टिवल, दिवाली वगैरह में, और हम उससे अपने पसंद की चीज़ें खरीदते हैं. तो दिस इज़ एक्चुअली, बोनस इज़ वन टाइम एक्स्ट्रा रिवॉर्ड which is given to the workers on exceeding the target production. Okay, then commission is generally that incentive which is paid to the sales force in sales department. So apart from the basic payment, they are given extra reward in the form of commission for every extra sales order they have been able to get from the customers. कमीशन जो है सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट में वो काम करने वाले लोगों को जो सेल्स बढ़ाते हैं, हर एक्स्ट्रा सेल्स के ऑर्डर के एवज में दिया जाता है. देन को पार्टनरशिप और स्टॉक ऑप्शन. सो हियर द एम्प्लॉयज़ आर ऑफर्ड द कंपनी शेयर्स एट अ लोअर प्राइस देन द मार्केट प्राइस. दिस गिव्स देम द ओनरशिप राइट. दैट मीन्स they can become the part of the company with voting rights. They can become the partners in the company. तो ये भी एक फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव है, और साथ में वर्कर को कंपनी के साथ लॉयल बनाने का भी एक इंसेंटिव हो सकता है. देन रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट्स विच आर given by the organization to the employee for as a reward for serving the company organization, and after the employee gets retired or is relieved of the services, when he after retirement, when he needs money, he can make use of these kinds of security plans. Actually this fulfills the security needs of the employees. When there is no other source of income after retirement, this pension, gratuity, provident fund, etc. can help the employee. So this is also an incentive. जब व्यक्ति जो है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ज्वाइन करता है तो उसको बेसिक पे के अलावा अपनी फ्यूचर की सिक्योरिटी नीड्स के लिए भी ये रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट्स इंसेंटिव के रूप में काम करता है. Then there are fringe benefits, or we call it as perquisites or perks also. Now these are actually the extra special benefits apart from their salary, over and above all these benefits. Here they can be provided medical facility, free education, housing facility, paid holidays, employee discount at some retail outlet or hotels. So these are fringe benefits. Okay, जैसे कि भारत एल्यूमिनियम कंपनी, वहाँ पे जो वहाँ के वर्कर्स थे उनके लिए बाल्को हॉस्पिटल था, जो कि उनको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ट्रीटमेंट या मेडिकल केयर प्रोवाइड करता था. तो ये मेडिकल फैसिलिटी उनके वर्कर्स के लिए फ्रिंज बेनिफिट्स हैं. देन वी कम टू द नॉन फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव्स और नॉन मॉनेटरी इंसेंटिव्स. हियर वी सी द फर्स्ट वन इज स्टेटस. Now you have already seen in Maslow's need hierarchy theory there is self-esteem need ना. So status क्या है? जो प्रेस्टीज है, जो लोगों की रैंक या पोजीशन की इच्छा है, वो पूरी करना। जो रैंक या पोजीशन, मतलब जैसे हायर रैंक में रहना, जिसकी वजह से उनको एक्स्ट्रा फैसिलिटीज़ जैसे सेपरेट केबिन मिलता है, उनको ज़्यादा अथॉरिटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, उनकी रिकॉग्निशन है कंपनी में, ये जो स्टेटस का फील देते हैं, ये भी एक इंसेंटिव है, बट ये नॉन फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव है। देन सेकेंड है ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल क्लाइमेट. So when there is cordial and healthy relations among the colleagues, among the employees working in the organization, it act as incentive, motivator for the employee. जो वर्क कल्चर है वो कैसा है, पॉजिटिव है, नेगेटिव है, एक दूसरे के साथ कैसे बिहेव करते हैं, वैल्यूज़ कैसे हैं, क्या कंपनी की पॉलिसी ज़्यादा एक्सप्लॉइट करने की है, या वर्कर्स को इक्वल ट्रीट करने की है, या आपस में एक कॉर्डियल कंजीनियल एनवायरनमेंट है कि कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग एनवायरनमेंट है. दैट ऑल्सो डिटरमाइंस द एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्मेंस. ओके, that also affects the employee performance. So organizational climate is a non-financial motivator. Then career advancement opportunity. तो जो सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन नीड है एक्चुअली, उसमें क्या चाहता है व्यक्ति की अपनी ग्रोथ, जितना वो अपना मैक्सिमम पोटेंशियल है वो अचीव कर सके. तो कंपनी की जो अप्रोप्रिएट स्किल डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम है बाय ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम और साउंड प्रमोशन पॉलिसी, दैट कैन हेल्प द वर्कर्स टू फुलफिल दिस career advancement need. Okay, that means when they join the company, they may be at a lower position, but as they move towards the higher position with the help of all these career development programs or training programs, skill development program and promotion policy, this act as motivator for them. बहुत लंबे समय तक एक ही पोजीशन पे एम्प्लॉय को रखना उसके लिए डीमोटिवेटिंग हो सकता है. Then job enrichment. Job enrichment means to add some kind of challenging work to their job profile, to provide them variety of work content, and where there is more need of higher knowledge and skills and more freedom is given. मतलब उनका जॉब ऐसा हो जो कि उन्हें अट्रैक्ट करे, इंटरेस्ट करे. ये जॉब्स जो है मोनोटोनस या रूटीन नहीं होने चाहिए. अगर जॉब में थोड़ा सा थ्रिल, थोड़ा सा एक्साइटमेंट, थोड़ा सा चैलेंज ऐड करते हैं तो वो वर्कर्स को ज़्यादा मोटिवेट करता है. देन जॉब सिक्योरिटी. तो स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ टेन्योर, फेयोल्स के एक प्रिंसिपल में आपने पढ़ा है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव प्रिंसिपल्स, फेयोल्स के प्रिंसिपल में भी है ये पॉइंट, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ टेन्योर. सो व्हेन द वर्कर फील secured as for the job, there is no sword hanging over his head that he will be fired any time, so he is able to perform in a better manner. This fulfills the security need. It is good for fulfilling the security need of the employee, but simultaneously the company has to keep in mind that they should do regular reviews so that the complacency among employees can be avoided. जनरली क्या होता है कि अगर जॉब सिक्योरिटी है तो वर्कर्स फिर कई बार काम में ढिलाई करने लगते हैं, जैसे कि गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में होता है. तो वो चेक करना भी ज़रूरी है ताकि वर्कर्स अपना काम ईमानदारी, ऑनेस्टी से और सिंसियरली करें. देन नेक्स्ट इज़ एम्प्लॉय रिकॉग्निशन. तो एम्प्लॉयज़ का अप्रिसिएशन, उनको कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करना, रिवॉर्ड करना, कुछ सर्टिफिकेट्स, मोमेंटोज देना, नोटिस बोर्ड या न्यूज़लेटर में उनके नाम का अनाउंसमेंट करना, दीज आर ऑल एम्प्लॉय रिकॉग्निशन. दिस गिव्स देम अ फील, सेल्फ एस्टीम नीड भी फुलफिल हो रही है उनकी, और किसी हद तक ये उनकी सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन नीड्स भी फुलफिल होती है. देन नेक्स्ट इज एम्प्लॉय पार्टिसिपेशन. सो when the employee is included or involved in the decision making process, like in the form of joint management committee, working committee, they are given the responsibility. Now they become more responsible to perform the job when they themselves have been the part of decision making process. जैसे आपने डेमोक्रेटिक वे में देखा है कि जब लोग खुद इन्वॉल्व हैं उस डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस में दे फील रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू कंप्लीट द टास्क. Then next is employee empowerment. So the employees, when given more authority and more freedom, they have more opportunity to use their skills and talents. Then there is more possibility of better performance of the employees. Employee empowerment, जैसे डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग चैप्टर में एक टॉपिक है डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. when the authority is distributed to the employees to the lower levels. Okay, so this empowers them. पार्टिसिपेशन अलग है, एम्पावरमेंट अलग है. पार्टिसिपेशन डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस में उनको इन्वॉल्व करना है, जबकि एम्पावरमेंट क्या है, उनको ज़्यादा अथॉरिटी देना. अथॉरिटी मतलब पावर टू मेक डिसीजन ऑन देयर ओन. Okay, so this empowers them. So all these are the financial and non-financial incentives. So here we have made use of the diagram again so that we can memorize the points also. Here some keywords are there so that you can memorize each point, that what you have to write in each point. And apart from that, here I would like to differentiate between inspiration and motivation for you. Now, inspiration is something which comes from outside, it is extrinsic. And motivation is what? It is intrinsic and emerges from inside. See, here I would like to share with you one story, small story. We are all motivated, either positively or negatively. Story of the brothers in Toronto. So, there were two brothers in Toronto, and one was drug addict, and he used to beat his family. He had a very bad behavior with the family. Brother 2, he was a successful businessman. He was very well respected in the society. His family was very good. Okay, now both of them are from the same parents. They have shared their childhood in the same environment. But why this different behavior is seen in both the brothers? So then when they were asked the same question, that what makes you do this? So brother 1 said, my father. Brother 2 also said the same, my father. So both of them were inspired by same figure, their father. Then what made them do what they were doing actually in their later lives? So the brother 1, he was negatively motivated. He was negatively motivated means he said that my father used to do this, so I am also doing this. He used to beat his family, he used to drink and beat his family, so I am also doing it. What can you expect from me? On the other hand, brother 2, he said that I did not want to do what my father used to do. I hate what my father did. That is why I became like this. So here in this story, you see that the same source of motivation can be negative for one, can be positive for the other. So I conclude by this quote for you. Motivate yourself every day. One day you may motivate, you may inspire, in fact, others. Thank you all. Keep watching.